Okay, I wanted to go back and explain a little bit why I'm doing this. I already had an Artnet node put together and it was operational, and I was controlling some lights with it. I controlled power can that was a DMX power can, and I controlled some other DMX fixtures with it. Sent some software over a Ethernet switch, but the way I did that was this big stack of stuff here. We got an Arduino Uno on the bottom. Then you got an Ethernet shield stacked on that, and then stacked on top of the Ethernet shield is this Tinkerkit DMX shield. It's got a similar chip right here. This is not exactly a 485 Max 485. It's some other chip that's really similar. They tell you in the schematic what that is, but I'm basically replacing that Tinkerkit, that whole orange shield there, with this little board here, this little Max 485 module they call it. So I mean, you can compare the big ugly thing here to that little bitty tiny thing there, and theoretically I could just get the Max 485 chip and solder up a little board, and it'd be pretty tiny compared to this big thing. So I really want to miniaturize all of that. It's the reason I'm doing this with a Nano. I'm trying to miniaturize a whole bunch of stuff with the Nano. It seems to be pretty usable. The Nano is pretty close to the Uno, and it's got all the same pins, it's got all the same I/O, LEDs, all that kind of stuff, but there's a little bit of protection as far as your voltage regulator goes. There's some protection that's missing there, some little small stuff like that. Same thing with this little 485 module. There's some optocouplers in the Tinkerkit and some diodes and things like that for protection that you don't get with this little module. So I'm kind of sacrificing some protection to go smaller. I could add that in. I found some schematics that give you the optocouplers with whatever chip you want to use if you want to build it yourself, but I think I'm just going to go this route, and if I blow it up, I blow it up. This is really cheap stuff, so if I blow one up, I'm not going to cry. Anyway, that's what I wanted to do. I just wanted to get that big monstrosity there into a lot smaller package, and hopefully put this into like a like maybe a little PowerCon barrel or something like that, something really small where we can do this. And I ultimately want to give this power over Ethernet as well, so it's just an Ethernet cable and a DMX output. Hopefully that's going to be pretty easy to do as far as the power goes, but that's the ultimate goal.